The Beastie Boys, Intergalactic. Do me a big old favor, say hello nasty and hit that subscription button. Be greatly appreciated. A lot of videos coming out. Don't want to miss them. Now let's get into some details for this video. Okay, so a fun adventure here in interpreting vocal samples and, music samples, all that good stuff that we have in hip hop. We'll start with, this vocoder vocal thing, the Intergalactic. And basically, it's just hanging out on some single notes here, and we're going to slide up to nines on the D here, right? And it's just, you got to kind of keep the vocal in your head, the Intergalactic. So it's just, you just want them short, choppy little notes. Intergalactic, planetary. So just trying to keep with that vocal cadence. All right, and then we slide it down to 2. Enter. And then come on back up to 8 for a moment, and then back to 9. Okay, so just trying to work that unique vocal pattern in there. For the second vocoder section, this is, where we start the another dimension, and it's going to get lower now, and we'll just be at the 7 on the low E, and we just do another dimension, and about once we get to the second dimension, we just kind of slide it and keep it kind of chromatically going here. All right, it just kind of works its way down here. It's not a straight shot, And we're working our way down to the first fret here for that F, and we hang out there for, the remainder of the another dimension. Okay, now the vocal sample gets really funky, really playing with the octaves and all that. And we're going to start really high here, where we'll slide about high E 10 to 11 a couple times to the octave on the 8 of the G. And we work our way back up by going 10 to a couple 11s on the B. All right, then we go high E 9 to 10. Alright, then we kind of start it over again with the another dimension. And here we're going to do these big slide outs where we go a couple 11s, slide out to an open, and then to a couple 4s on the B. Alright, and then we just kind of do the octave of that, where we'll be at 7 on the G, a couple times, slide that out to open, and then land on a couple of 1s of the D. All right, then we ultimately get low here on our first fret of the E, and this is, finishing up the another dimension, and it's kind of a break at this point. It's just this going on. All right, and there's a, interesting small little progression that happens there once we get into the, the third vocoder section there, the another dimension part. And it's just doing a couple of chords here. A little bit of a wah effect on this if you want to use that. And it's just a B. It's real faint in the background. And a couple little pickup notes at the end of it. 2E to open A. Back to the B. Finish with a couple pickup notes where we go 2 open on the A. And then we land on this F chord now. And it's just a couple measures of this F. And now we can get into what you would say is, the main progression of the song. This is good for, most of the verse and the chorus, all that. And we're going to be at an E minor chord, and I like to do it about this mid-voiced style with the 7A, 9 on the D and G, 8 on the B. Okay, we just hold that a couple counts. And then last couple counts, we come up to this G at the 10A, 12s on the D, G, B. Just one beat. Down a fret to the G flat at the 9 and 11s, and we just loop those 3 chords 3 times. Right, and after the 3rd time, we cap it all off by doing a C chord. You can stay in the same area with just the C bar chord here at the 8th fret. You don't need to worry about the whole chord, just kind of maybe up to like the G string. So 8, 10s, and a 9. Couple counts, down a fret to the 7, 9s, and 8 for the B. Now we can get to some fun samples that happen here. It's just this like string hit that happens at the chorus. And it's just this really high slide up to 19 on the high E. All right, and it just repeats 3 times like that. Have a little fun with that. A couple interludes happen here. We just get these 2 different, chord samples that happen, music samples. The first one, it's playing around with this initial C chord for a moment. All right, and we're just kind of going right on the beat with this. And then move up to a D minor 7 shape here. 5A, 7D, 5G, 6B. And from there, we just go to a D minor, so just make that 5 on the G a 7 now. Alright, so playing around with that 3 times through that, and then finish that with a couple counts of a B to a C, 2 and 4s to the 3 and the 5s. We could do these record scratches here. And this is a fun little technique to practice. And kind of playing around with the octaves. We start on the high E, just a quick slide up and out to the 16. Okay. All right, and after that we land on the 13, and we can slide up to that on the G. Okay. And then we just do a couple slide ups to 12 on the B. Second interlude comes along, and this moves to a D minor chord. So we just strum that D minor, and then we're going to pick a couple of scaling notes. All right, so just hold that a couple beats, and then we go 5-8 on the A, 5-7 on the D. All right, through that 3 times. Move to this B flat chord here, just bar the 6, 8 on the D and the A, and 7 on the G. You just worry about the bottom 4 strings here. So B flat, we just go beep, 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 down a fret to the A, same shape, just at the 5, 7s, and 6. Okay, and the second time through it, you can just rest where that B flat to A is. It's just a vocal break. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.